Yo-yo. Yo-yo is a toy. Dude, I'm going to make a new rule, I think. The new rule is once I hit record, I have to continue on. I can't stop. I can't restart or delete the intro because I think it sucks. Because I've done that multiple times, actually. I'll hit record and it's too ass to keep in the show. So maybe that'll be a new rule. Whatever I start with, that's the show. So, yeah, Yo-Yo's a toy. Welcome to the show. February 12th, 2024. And so I shared something on my story today about this guy taking an ice bath. He's got a sledgehammer. He's beating the shit out of his ice bath to get the ice to break. It's 1 Celsius outside, which I believe is 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which is cold as shit. So props to this guy. Very cold. And I don't know if you've seen the video. It has 3.5 million likes. So the amount of views is probably, 1,000% of that. But all it is a guy who's waking up in the morning. I can't remember what time he said it was. We'll just say it's 5 a.m. It's dark out. You can tell. He's got a sledgehammer. He's breaking his tub. He's breaking the layer of ice on top of it with a sledgehammer. It's loud. And he says, man, I don't want to do this, but no one cares. Here we go. And I'm inspired by shit like that. I think it's very cool. And so I looked at the video, and it just as simple as that. It was cool. I was inspired. It makes you want to lower the temperature and go harder. It makes you want to wake up earlier and get that shit done. Because if this guy's doing it in 33 degree water, whereas I'm doing it at 39, he's on that next level. And I know there is actually some risk the colder you get. And, if you're a hater, you might think that is contradicting what I'm about to talk about, but I don't give a fuck. So when you click on that post and you click on the comments and you see what people say about this, it's proof, man, of why people are in the spot they are in life. And it's okay, but it's just, I guess, just being so aware and so awake of all the shit that we put in our heads and what we tell ourselves and all the victimhood. It's crazy. And here's what I mean. Click on this post. First of all, it went dummy viral because it has 3.5 million likes on Instagram. So that means that guy posted it. His followers thought it was probably cool. They shared it. They posted it. And then it got a hold of the general public. The people who, they scroll social media for a full-time job. They don't do shit in life. The lazy fucks who don't do anything they got a hold of it. So if you click on the comments, you'll see the very top one. Well, first of all, I want to point this out. When you go to the comments, you don't see any post or any comment that says anything close to, man, I'm not this disciplined. This is crazy. Or, man, I wish I had the balls. This is nuts. Good for you. Or, man, I haven't gotten to this level yet, but I hope to. Keep inspiring. Nothing like that. Nothing about not being disciplined or taking ownership for their lack of whatever. And I don't give a fuck either way. It's a nice bath. Do it or don't do it. Super beneficial, but neither here nor there. So no comment was of that type of comment, okay? However, every other comment was something to the extent of, oh, this is so bad for your body. Oh, it's so much stress inducing. It's the same thing as putting yourself in a stressful situation. You're going to age super fast. Oh, the restricted blood flow is not good. Oh, it's too hard. Oh, I'd hate to be this guy's neighbor. Oh, imagine waking up early to getting cold. All this shit. And it's funny because these comments have thousands of people liking them, which I would assume means that they agree or support or think it's funny, or I don't know. And it's just so interesting because people often criticize what they do not understand. And I have fallen victim to that plenty of times. I just don't understand something, and I'm just like, well, that's pretty stupid, huh? That's a waste of time, whatever. And So yeah, I get it. I understand. But being aware of this now and kind of having the helicopter perspective of holy shit, dude, I used to think this way. I used to be one of these fucking haters, you know? There's so many benefits to taking an ice bath. The reasons why I do it aren't even for the physical. I don't really pay any mind. This is me personally. I don't pay any mind at the moment, I should say. I don't pay any mind to the fact that it can enhance recovery. It can improve blood flow. It can reduce inflammation. It can improve focus. It can improve mental clarity. I don't pay any mind to things like that. I don't pay much mind kind of to the fact that there is improvements with sleep and ability to increase metabolism and all this stuff. I don't pay any mind to that other than this one thing, and that is I don't want to fucking do it, dude. So by doing it, I'm exercising extreme discipline, extreme resilience, and working on developing the overall willpower that is my brain, right? That's why I do it. And I'm not saying that I don't want all those extra benefits. I do, but I don't hop in there and say, "Wow, I'm going to do this and I'm going to recover better." So hell yeah! And I don't want to say I don't care, but that's not why I do it. And nobody talks about it, dude, because people don't get it. It's all about it's about doing shit you don't want to do. It's about building discipline. When you do things you don't want to do, when you exercise when you build resilience by doing things you don't want to do, building that willpower. I keep saying these three buzzwords over and over, but I lack vocabulary, my bad. When you do things you don't want to do, Andrew Huberman talks about this. So he says, when you do things you don't want to do, especially that involve moving the body, you build up your mid-cingulate your anterior or prefrontal. Yeah, it's anterior mid-cingulate cortex, which is actually, I'm going to speak further on that. I don't know the actual anatomy, but it's your mid-cingulate cortex, which is pretty much your willpower muscle. You could call it that. It is bigger it's smaller. It's very small in obese people. It's a little bit bigger in people who see themselves in accomplishing hard shit. And then I can't remember the other thing that Dr. Huberman said, but pretty much it's associated with doing things you don't want to do, which when you do things you don't want to do and you build that up, it allows you to have additional, we'll call it grit or fortitude, to persevere in other tasks in life that might require that level of stress or uncomfort or discomfort or whatever. So when you place yourself, if that's a fucking dog, man, I'm done. When you intentionally place yourself in situations and you do things you don't want to do, you grow your mid-cingulate cortex. So by doing things you don't want to do intentionally today, that might allow you to do things you don't want to do tomorrow that might be actually important. Let's say you're running a business, or you got a paper due, or you got to do something for your kids, or you got to drive through 3 hours to go see whatever. It's going to be much easier for you to muster up the willpower to do so because you've exercised this previously. And if you build this up so high, I want to be able to have the endurance and I guess the firepower within me to tolerate super stressful, super hard situations that yield high profits or high margins or whatever. And if that means running a business, or if that means completing a program that I'm going to feel proud of, or that means whatever it means, who gives a fuck, dude? It could mean anything. I want to be able to do these hard things and reap the benefits and the rewards that these hard things bring. And I'm not going to be able to do those things with a level 1 mindset, beginner kiddie school training wheel mindset. I need to build myself up. I mean, it's the age-old comparison, dude. How do you get stronger in the gym? Just reps. How do you build muscle? Reps. You mean a newbie walks into the gym, he can barely lift 10 pounds. An expert, somebody who's been going at it for a decade, 2 decades, walks in there, damn near lifting 800 pounds. And all it is they force themselves to keep going, to do harder, to do heavier, to do more. And before you know it, that 10 pound wasn't shit. And you can compare that to other areas of life. Let's say you start a business. You make $10,000 your first 3 years in business. If you were to exercise discipline and force yourself to get into uncomfortable situations and to push yourself to that next level intentionally, you would reap the rewards of the willpower built, of the resilience developed, all the shit that discipline forged, you name it. And that would translate into other areas of life. And you would see that your business would go from 10,000 in 3 years to 50,000 in the next year to 200,000 in that fourth or fifth year to maybe $1 million in that sixth year. Who knows? I'm pulling numbers out of my asshole right now, but you get the point. And that's what I'm about. That's what I'm after. And I've already seen it manifest in my life tenfold. Like I've talked about already, I don't feel like I'm doing shit in life. I don't feel like, I don't feel like in my day-to-day, I don't feel like I'm getting much done. I also felt that way back when I actually wasn't doing shit. So the fact that I feel the same way, yet I'm doing all these extra things, ice bath, double workout, reading, gallon of water, nutrition, following strict this, no cheat meals, no alcohol, recording a podcast, uploading a podcast, trying to actually get better at writing through the podcast descriptions, all this shit. I'm doing this every single day, and I don't ever think, I don't have time. I don't know if I can make this happen today. I'm too tired to hit this. I'm too tired to read today. I can't focus, so none of that shit crosses my mind anymore. And of course, I get tired and I want to bitch out, of course. But they're not real. When I have doubts in my mind about doing the daily shit that I got going on, they're doubts. But they're not doubts in the sense that, wow, I might actually quit. I might actually, those thoughts enter my head and I say that I'm done with this shit. I want to quit. I just want to go home and go to bed, whatever it is. But I don't mean it. Of course I want to go home and watch TV and eat pizza and be a slob. Of course I want to, dude. But I'm not going to let myself do that because I know that's not going to make me happy long term. I know that I'm going to wake up tomorrow. If I were to do that tonight, I'd be extremely upset with myself, be very down on myself, knowing that I quit, that I didn't keep the word to myself, I didn't push forward, I was a lazy bitch, I let my bitch voice get to me, and I didn't... The thing above all else, man, I didn't keep the word to myself, Told myself I was going to do something, I didn't do it. I'm a liar. I lied to myself, dude. I'm in control of that, too. Think about that. How do you lie to yourself, It's interesting. How do you lie to yourself? So, anyway, that's... Going back to the ice bath thing. People just don't get it, dude. And that's okay. Because I didn't either. But sometimes it's just not about the benefits. It's not about what you get, intangible results or physical or whatever. It's about taking pride in the fact that you're doing hard shit. And also, side note, there's a difference between, intentional induced, I don't know what you call it, intentional stress, purposefully doing things I don't want to do, and then doing things I don't want to do just because I guess it came my way, or let's say somebody in the family passes away. That's probably not really good stress to have, right? So compare that to putting myself into a situation intentionally. It's a different kind of stress. And I think a lot of people miss that. But anyway, side point. So it's just about doing shit that challenges you mentally, you don't want to do, so you can grow better and go on to work on harder things. And another quick example is I started the ice bath. Well, the whole cold thing started at maybe 55 degrees with a cold shower in Colorado. Started with 2 seconds. No shit. Because when I turned that thing to cold, dude, I couldn't breathe. I was like, oh shit, And I turned the water off, got out. Started with 2 seconds. Slowly, over the course of, maybe 2 months, worked myself up to, 2 minutes. And it was cold to where every time I was losing my breath. So I don't know how cold it was. It was the shower. I don't know. But it was cold. For me. And so I moved back to Utah, continued the ice showers, the cold showers, whatever. Realized that the current place I live doesn't have that cold of water, which sounds like not really a problem, but I needed it to be colder. So I went and bought one of those inflatable ice baths, put it in the basement at the time, filled it up, and I thought it was cold as shit. Turns out it was only 58 degrees. So I did that for 2 minutes, and I made a goal. If I had to improve at least by 5 seconds every day, or lower the degree by 1 degree. That was how I improved. Slowly but surely, over the course of the last 6 months, I brought that from 58 for 2 minutes to 39 for 5. And admittedly so, I should lower the temperature or increase the time I'm in there just to make it more difficult for me to want to get in. And I never do want to get in. And that's the point. I shouldn't want to. If I want to do it, the results are void. I don't get the benefit. So if I wake up in the morning and I'm stoked to get in the ice bath, the benefits that come with building your mid-cingulate cortex, they're void. They don't happen. Like, I don't want to be out here doing this outdoor workout. So, I'm getting benefits from that. And if you don't want to do it, nobody else does. So you can't lie to yourself. If you say that you want to get in an ice bath and you're stoked, but deep down you don't want to, you're still getting the benefits. So anyway, that's what I was thinking. It's just about, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it really is just about doing things you don't want to do. The ice bath is a very easy way to do that. And it's crazy because a lot of these people in the comment section are talking about how studies show this, blah, 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 and yada, yada, and you shouldn't because this. And so many people probably take that word for word and they run with it, dude. And they're like, oh man, I heard on that if you do this, then this. It's like, no, dude, you read a comment on an Instagram post from a fat fuck. And you're taking that to heart. There's a responsibility when you share some shit in the comments, dude. And people don't take that serious whatsoever. So, and not to mention, reading some of those comments pissed me the fuck off. Because it's like, dude, how lazy and how weak could you be to say some of the most asinine things that people do say in there. And then that goes back to the whole reflection of myself. If I'm seeing that and I'm thinking these things, that's a reflection on me. And I got to be better about that and worry about myself. And then the other breath, you want to help people and you want to, call people on their bullshit, but you can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. You can bring a horse to water, you can't make him drink. And it's the unfortunate truth of this life. So it's frustrating, but what can you do? So, yeah, guys, take an ice bath. Shit's good for you. It improves so much of your life. I'm 80 days straight as of today. Well, as of 1 more hour from right now, I'll be 81. But prior to that tonight, I'm 80 days straight. Haven't missed a day in 80 days. And before that, I probably missed 1 or 2. Well, let's see. So I did. It doesn't matter. I just made it part of my phase 1. So I did that 55 times. I don't know. Anyway. Just remember that there's more than... When you try to do something, remember that there's the discipline aspect. There's the pride in overcoming hardship. There's that fulfillment in knowing you pushed your limits today. You succeeded. Or even if you failed, you tried. You should be proud of that. A lot of people never try. A lot of people never start. And I was one of those people for so long in my life. It's pretty cool to think that I'm now, surpassed that not starting phase. And here we are, 116 episodes deep. Haven't missed a day. We got a lot of gym progress going. Fuck, there are all these noises out here, dude. Anyway, we got a lot of progress going. Ice bath is an 80-day streak. Completed 75 hard. Phase 1 to 25 failed. Phase 1 to 30 successfully completed. Now I'm on day 15 of phase 2. I'm chugging along, dude. It's difficult because I'm really focusing on the intent. And so now my workouts are just a little bit more harder. A little bit more hard, I should say. Reading, there's a lot more. It takes a lot more time now when I'm writing in the margins and trying to come up with my own ideas and write them down and highlight important key points. And my water, making sure that every single last drop is taken, as opposed to just leaving it up to chance that maybe there's something I missed, which I actually haven't done. Not really sure why I said that, but making sure the progress photo is the exact same lighting, exact same angle, exact same spot, all this stuff. So the intent's there, so I'm making it harder, kind of. By default, it's harder. So anyway, I guess there's an update on that. So I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to share. So yeah, do hard shit. Challenge yourself. You'll be happy with the results. Even if you fail, you can be excited that you tried. A lot of people never do. So take this. I'm about to get run over. So that scared the shit out of me. Let's see if this guy's big. Let's see. Is he going to drive by me? Let's see. Is that a Lambo? Nope. Don't give a fuck. Okay, anyway. That's the show. Thanks for listening. Nice 3-minute show today. All right, peace.